Welcome, everybody, to my hometown, our Boomtown, with me, GTT, Tommy Davidson, where we discuss lifestyle, business, and real estate. Thank you for tuning in. Today, I'm going to bring in a guy that a lot of people have been raving about. When you go over to his show, over to his shop, it's called the Juice Bar. Anthony Anderson's his name, and he takes such his customer service, his customer engagement. He is off the charts. How he'll just come and he'll sit with you, and he just spends so much time with his customers. And over the last month, I've really gotten to know him. I go in there every day. I go in there 6 days a week, and I get the ginger greens. That's my way of eating healthy. I tried to get him to do one with bach in it, but I don't think he can do that. But I tried, Brandon Ray. Brandon, I got my boy Brandon Ray back. Brandon, I love having you in studio with me. We've done this for a year. You took about a month vacation, and I'm glad to have you back. Can my audience hear you?
Yeah, come over there.
Oh, Brandon.
Yeah.
Brandon Ray has never
been on before.
He's never done this before, folks. So we got his girlfriend in here, Sean White, my kids in here with me. So I've had a lot of people that have asked me questions about our friend Anthony. So when he gets in here, what I really would like to know is everyone that if you've never seen this, because we're pumping it out to different media outlets now. My name is Tommy Davidson. I'm a real estate agent in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and I really like to advocate for others, especially the people that have been in some way impactful in my life, and Anthony has been that guy. So I want the people of Murfreesboro, or whoever sees this, I want you to get a unique opportunity to meet Anthony. There's some questions that people have asked me that I'm going to ask him. So when we come back, I just want to hear Anthony's story. He seems to be a very kind, caring person that will take time, and a lot of people don't do that. That guy, he works, every time I go in there, he's in there. I mean, he's an unbelievable worker. So I think he's got a very unique story, and I think everyone here needs to hear it. So when we come back, I'm going to bring Anthony Anderson, the Murfreesboro owner of I Love Juice Bar. He's going to be sitting right here with me. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, to segment 2 of my hometown, our Boomtown, with GTT. And I brought my good buddy, Double A, Anthony Anderson, in from the Juice Bar. And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to have a little bit of snack time while he tells us who he is, his story. Thanks for coming on here, my man.
Thank you, man, for having me on today.
And before I get started, I do want to say I've asked some questions to my friends on social media. I've got millions of people. I'm just kidding. There's not that many. But I've asked a lot of people, and you do have one common theme that keeps coming back to you: your customer service.
Okay.
Your ability to put people at a very high priority. Before we start, I just want to tell you that, because we get to talking. I may not even think, or I may forget it, but you have a unique ability when someone walks in there, how you can take your attention from whatever you're doing and you can totally give it to somebody like me. I ask a million questions. I ask the same questions over and over again in different ways, but that's the thing that kept coming back to me from other people that go into Juice Bar. Is it I Love Juice Bar?
I Love Juice Bar Murfreesboro.
I Love Juice Bar Murfreesboro. So I'm going to have it. What am I eating right here, Anthony?
So you're eating an acai bowl.
Acai.
Acai bowl.
I always call it acai.
Whatever. We know what you want. We know what you order when you come to the
Man,
show.
that's good. Well,
Okay.
a lot of people don't know your backstory.
Okay.
I don't know where you're originally from.
All right.
I just know you're a hell of a nice guy
thank
and
you.
an extremely hard worker. So tell us about your journey.
Okay. Sounds good.
Do you mind if I eat a little bit more?
Go
of this
ahead.
to
Take
start
your
it?
time and
Go ahead.
stop me if I talk too much, because
No,
I have a
man,
tendency
I'm
to
gonna
just
say-
kind
no,
of
you keep
just
going.
talk.
You keep going.
So anyway, I'm Anthony Anderson. I'm originally from Vicksburg, Mississippi. Undergraduate at Mississippi State University. I did a little graduate school at Belmont University. So got a little local flavor, a little Middle Tennessee flavor. From there, kind of worked in various industries I guess my undergraduate degree is in engineering.
Oh,
So,
you're an engineer?
Yeah, got
You got a
undergraduate.
lot of personality for an engineer.
Yeah, well, electrical engineering. So, but then I grew up in, like I said, the great state of Mississippi. Grew up doing hard work, and so it led me to going to college and kind of getting an undergraduate degree in engineering and started my work career.
Why Belmont?
Local university, and it fitted my lifestyle. At the time I went to Belmont, I was working at Dell Computers as a quality manager.
What is that?
Well, to get the quality of the computer systems.
Okay.
So if you, I'm sure you all are familiar with Michael Dell and Dell
Heard of
Computers.
Heard of them?
So yes, I was there from probably about 1999 to about 2006. So I actually ran their supplier quality and did a couple of startups, both here and international.
Oh, for Dell.
For Dell.
Okay.
So I did a startup in Nashville, did a startup in Malaysia, and did a startup in North Carolina.
After 2006, did you stay in the computer industry, or what was after that?
After 2006, I moved over to a company called Assurion.
Okay.
Went to Assurion and started out as the global senior director of global quality. So I was responsible for it. Again, I did more startups. Did a startup in Hong Kong, Philippines, a little activity.
Were you traveling to all these places?
Traveling, had a team.
Now, when you would go there, what would you do? And I'm sorry for talking my mouth full, but once I start eating, is this healthy?
Yes. It's got little goji berries in there.
And it tastes like that, and it's healthy.
It tastes like that.
Are you
It's
sure?
healthy. I'm positive.
Man, that's good. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Okay. So yes, your question was as
You were traveling to all these places.
traveling
across
all
the-
those places. So I had a little responsibility in Hong Kong, Philippines, Japan, London, Paris. So basically started up, I worked in supply chain management. And then supply chain management, I ran global quality.
Okay. I don't know exactly what that means.
So
but
what that does, so we look at when someone does a mobile handset, make sure that it meets the design intent. So make sure it works.
So is this part of your engineering background, or were you staying with them?
Part of my engineering and my master's in business background.
And you were at Assurion from 2006?
2006 through 2014.
Okay. So, and had you ever really knew Murfreesboro? Had you ever been here? Were you
So I had an office in Smyrna.
Okay.
So I've come to Murfreesboro multiple times for lunch. So I've always, and then multiple people that work for me at Assurion actually lived in Murfreesboro.
Okay. I'm gonna eat the rest of this, but I'm not gonna do it because I've already eaten too much today, and then it might spike my blood sugar. But were you at any time wanting to get out and become an entrepreneur?
No, actually, it never crossed my mind. When I first got out of college, I did a little work with my uncle's company, and it was a engineering services company. And it was a lot of work, a lot of hours, and a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing that it did tell me is that if I ever wanted to grow as a leader, I needed to go back and take my engineering degree and complement it with a master's in business.
So now do you have your master's in business?
Yes, I have a master's in business
Okay.
from Belmont. That's what I got from Belmont.
So when how did we get to I Love Juice Bar Murfreesboro? How did that come about?
So back in probably about 2012, 2013, I started looking at, I have a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I have a daughter that turned 23 last year. And so
Is she local or is she?
she lives in Washington, D.C.
Ooh.
Graduated from college last year from Howard University. So as she was approaching, as I kind of looked at it and said, hey, kind of where I want to do when I grow up, I kind of knew it's kind of, once she finished college, I kind of wanted to do something different with my life.
Mm-hmm.
And as an executive, it's three things that I liked. One of those things was mentoring young adults. Another thing was customer service. So try to engage with the customers, kind of understand what they like, what they don't like. I do feedback as a gift.
So you're intentional about these relationships when people come in there.
Oh, yes.
That's something that you've worked on because, sorry to steal the spotlight, but one of the things that I can take from what you do is I believe you got customer service, but I think customer engagement
Yes.
is very important. And man, you've got that mastered. Everybody, when people go to I Love Juice Bar Murfreesboro, they talk about you. They love the products, but man, you get brought up immediately, and it's how engaged you are with your people. I mean, you've got a movement going on over there. Oh man.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
And
to
if you
hear.
don't
It's
go
good
there,
feedback.
you suck, is what I'm going to start telling everybody. If you don't go to I Love Juice Bar, you suck. And it's really stupid to not go there. Sorry. I was just getting on my rant. But we're going to get into the next segment, the health benefits. Right now, I just want to hear your story. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Kind of went on my rant.
So, well, back to the juice bar. So, what I wanted is 3 things that I said I wanted to do. One side, kind of left corporate America, and I knew my daughter was graduating from college. I wanted to do something different. I wanted to get off the road and stop traveling. So, the first thing I did some volunteer work. So, spent some time doing volunteering, and unbeknownst to me, I guess God had a greater plan. He set me down from work. I took about a month and a half just to kind of relax at the house, and then I started doing some volunteer work in Franklin.
What kind of volunteer work?
So I was working at Grace Works Ministries.
Okay.
So I did everything from loading boxes on shelves to doing toys, sorting clothes, going up picking up toys at different grocery stores, just manual labor.
So if we go back to 2007, 2008, you're assuring, was your goal to climb a corporate ladder and tackle the world? What were you thinking? What was your mindset during because a lot of people, I don't know if they know, I mean, you're a heavy hitter in a corporate America in a big company, and now you just seem so down there, so nice. A lot of people, I think, are surprised because people have been convinced that someone in that position, they're almost evil. But tell me, what was your mindset back in that day? Were you wanting to climb and go more into corporate America?
At Asurion, I started out as like I said, a senior director of quality, and I got promoted to an executive position. I was vice president of global quality. But at the end of the day, it wasn't really about a title or a role. It was all about servicing the customer, servicing my employees, and just being the best that I could be.
Right.
And I kind of measured myself not against anyone else, but how good I performed in the last 15 minutes.
Okay.
And it's just like at the juice bar. We have a lot of metrics that we look at from a juice bar corporate perspective, but I'm in competition with myself.
Right.
So I'm always
understand
trying
that.
to do better than I did the previous time. So in corporate America, it was all about just being the best that I could be in the roles that I had.
Okay. So did you just leave Asurion and with no plan?
Yeah, I had a plan.
What?
My plan was to take it easy, relax, do some service, spend some time with my family, and just enjoy life.
How long did that last?
It probably lasted about 4 months.
Was it because you just had to do something?
No, so what ended up happening, so I did the volunteer work, and then my daughter got sick. So my daughter got sick, and so I went to D.C. and I spent about a month with her in D.C. This was her last semester in college. So can you imagine? You get a phone call the first week of school, your daughter is sick, and you say, okay, wow, okay, what does this look like? And so I went to D.C., spent some time with her, helped her get healthy, and then my dad got sick. And so I spent some time with him while he was kind of going through his process of kind of getting better. And I was trying to exercise, eat right, and, just kind of enjoy life. And so one day, after exercising, I stumbled upon the juice bar. I heard about the juice bar, but I went into the juice bar. And one thing that I always said, that if I got back into any type of work, let's go back to the 3 things that I wanted to do. One, I wanted to serve as a mentor. I think it's important because someone mentored me, and I always feel like it's important to kind of give back and mentor someone else. The other thing I like doing was the customer engagement. I ran some customer service teams, and you're only as good as you can get with your feedback. So being able to kind of take feedback and do something about it, I think is very important. So if I can be into a service type role to where I can engage with customers, that's kind of what I would want to do. And the third piece of that was to be involved in the community.
Okay.
I grew up being involved in the community, and I kind of felt like I've been blessed that I want to kind of give back to the community in whatever way that I can to where I can be of service or to help someone. And so going to the juice bar, sorry to cut you off.
Oh, man, well, that's how we roll around here.
Went into the juice bar, and I was just kind of blown away by the things that were going on.
Was this
there.
in Franklin, or where did you find the first
I
one?
went into Brentwood.
Brentwood.
The Brentwood location.
Okay. Now, so you've kind of, I guess, these franchises, you can kind of take on your own. I guess they've got a system that you do, but do you have a core belief the way you run your store? And I'm sure it's surrounded upon the mentoring, the customer engagement, and giving back to the community. Do you have like a mission statement that you guys go by there?
Have fun, be amazing.
I like that. That's why I'm Good Time Tommy.
Yeah.
Do you mentor your people? Do you encourage having fun?
So when I did the interview process for people, the first thing I did, I pulled out my jam box and I put on music for the interview process because I wanted people to be relaxed and I want them to kind of see it as a fun, engaging environment. I want the juice bar plate to be where you want to come to work. I don't want you to kind of forget about what's going on in the world and come to the juice bar and you want to have fun.
So let's get back, because I'm a big believer, like you were saying, mentors mean a lot to me. I read a lot. I watch YouTube a lot. Are there any people out there that you recommend that's been very influential in your life? If you could give back, and I believe you can have a mentor that you don't ever meet.
Yeah.
People, some of my greatest influential people, I've never met. I've talked to them on social media platforms. But I've never met them. So one of the things that I have seen with all the people that have come onto this show, they were big believers in reading and in having mentors.
Yes.
So is there any mentor you'd like to give thanks back to or tell people?
So I think every leader that I've ever had, I've learned something from. I had a leader at Dell Computers, a guy named Kevin Brown, that took a special interest in me. And he used to say, let's take a walk. And he would just ask me my opinion about things. And then he would give me his opinion about things. And it was a great relationship. He pushed me. And, all mentor relationships aren't meant to be like buddy and pal.
That's right.
You need to be challenged.
That's right.
And if someone is not challenging you, they're not really trying to get the best out of you. And so he challenged me. He always challenged me to be better to strive to do more than what I can do. So he was great. But I've had mentors all my life. I had family members that were great mentors. I had an uncle that was heavily involved in doing things for the community when I was growing up, and he used to take me around with him. It could be a political campaign. It could be, feeding someone, helping someone out, all those kind of things. And that just kind of left a mark on me growing up to where, it's not all about you. It's all about what you can do for someone else. And so I've had great mentors, great leaders, and I can learn something from anyone.
That's right. You've got an open mind. Anything.
One of the best advice that I think I ever got was from my dad. When I was finishing engineering school, he would say, hey, he worked at International Paper, and one of the things he told me, he said, hey, we have a lot of engineers come here that think they know everything. He says, your career can be made or broken by the people out there that are doing the work. And so we have a lot of people that think that in theory, these are things that are supposed to work, but you have to get out there, engage, ask questions, and learn.
Well, we're going to shut this down, but I do want to throw in a few tidbits because the way you lead over there is definitely by example. I've never been there, and you're not in that store. And most people are thinking, hey, I'm going to start my own small business, and I'm not going to have to do as much work. But, man, you're a hustler. You're a grinder. And I think everybody sees that. And I'm sure your people see that. I'm sure they appreciate that. And your people are a joy to come in there and talk to. So before we shut this segment down and go into the next about why we should be using your product, is there anything that I've left out in this about you that you'd like added?
I think you kind of covered it all. Just know that I'm just easygoing. I used to be really tense, which some people that come to the juice bar see me now say, man, you got a different personality.
So the people that know you in corporate America?
People that knew me in corporate America because, I ran a quality organization, and quality is very important.
What is that? To dum-dums like me, what do you mean by that?
Just make sure it works. Make sure it works right every time.
So it's the engineer, meticulous. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to shut this down. We're going to come back, and I'm going to ask Anthony some questions about the products. I think a lot of people have a lot of interest in that. I know as I've gotten older, my health has definitely become a priority, and I'm going to ask him some questions. I think other people shot in some questions, so we're going to cover that. We're going to take a small break. We'll be right back. Guys, we're back. Segment 3, my hometown, our Boomtown. Get a look at that. Juice bar. What is your contact information if people want to call and ask questions to the store, Anthony?
I love juicebar.com and then go to Murfreesboro.
Okay.
You can send questions in or you can go to Facebook, Juice Bar Murfreesboro.
Okay. So we need to get people to subscribe or like your Facebook page.
Yes.
So it's Facebook.
Juice Bar Murfreesboro.
Then, okay, Juice Bar Murfreesboro. So if we want to learn more about your product, I'm somebody that I want to know like the contents of things. Is there a way I could look at like your juices and find out your nutritional?
Yes, actually, the I Love Juice Bar website has been updated to give the nutritional count information for every juice or smoothie that we have.
Okay. So what are the, if you had to say to, let's just say most of America's fat, they've got high cholesterol, they don't exercise, they eat terrible. What would be, is there one drink over there you would say, this is like a staple drink of what you should do? I do I guess, is it the ginger green?
Greens.
Ginger green 6 times a week, folks. I'm in there 6 times. If he is open, hey, Penny Bolton, Penny's Closet. I don't know if you know her or not, but she was raving about you, and she had one complaint. You need to be open on Sunday. That is a complaint we're getting, is you need to be open all the time for us. And there may be, I'm sure you got a reason for why you're not going to be open on Sunday. But I did want to give a shout out to Penny for participating in this. But she loves you. She loves the juice bar. So
thank you.
What would you say would be like if we were just going to name off some drinks that you would need?
So if someone doesn't want much sugar, they get it's called a fresh green. It's got celery, cucumber, parsley, lemon, spinach, and kale. So that's no sugar. And the sugar that you would get from a juice would be like the natural sugar from carrots or from beets, and then we have a little apple in juices. But if you wanted to say, hey, I want a nice juice, but I don't want any sugar, I would recommend that you would get a fresh green. Now, if you like a little bite in your fresh green, you can add a little jalapeno, and we call it a mean green.
A mean green. So what else in a mean green?
Everything that I just named with adding jalapeno.
Okay, so to make one of these things right here, let's just say if it's a green guy, how much stuff are you sticking in that juicer or blender to get this much juice?
So we're sticking in about 5 cups of spinach, kale, parsley, a little lemon.
5 cups each or 5 cups total?
Total.
Okay.
You get about 5 cups of vegetables in there.
So how much do I need a day to be healthy?
So recommended is about 5 cups of fruits and vegetables.
I don't know.
Fruits and
I eat pizza as much as possible.
Pizza's good. I mean, in moderation, anything is good. You don't want to. I think a misnomer that people have is that they have to have such a rigid diet, but you got to be able to give your body something to kind of correct itself. And so a little fat here and there.
That's right. Anyway. No, you do have to be balanced. Yeah. So. Most people that come in, what are they looking for over there?
So most people come in, they're looking for, newcomers come in and say, hey, my first time here, what do you recommend? And I'll say, hey, are you want to be the kid in you today, or are you trying to be healthy, or you want a superfood? So if it's the kid in you today that you're trying to satisfy, I'll say a very strawberry or a meant to be. That's the very
what are those?
So the very strawberry has strawberry, banana, and a little organic apple juice. The meant to be has pineapple, mango, coconut milk, almond milk. And so it's like a fruity drink, and it's got a little mint in it. So that's to satisfy the kid in you. And you say, hey, I want to be a little healthy, and I want something that's going to kind of fill me up, kind of like I've exercised, and I kind of want something that's somewhat of a meal replacement. And I'll say, hey, go with the cocoa banana.
Okay, that's the green looking protein.
So the cocoa. So we're talking smoothies right now. So the cocoa banana has a little. I lost my train of thought. It's got peanut butter. It's got a little blueberries. It's got a little cacao powder, a little chocolate in it. It's blended up with some almond milk.
Okay,
Coconut milk.
I've had those, and they are very good. And here's one of the things. This guy's too nice to say this, to probably talk about a competitor, but I used to go to Smoothie King all the time, and what I'm hearing is they don't even use real fruits. You probably don't want to answer this, but I'm hearing it's like, is it fake fruit? Do you know it's like a Smoothie King?
I have no idea.
Okay, well I'm going to tell you. Somebody's telling me it's like processed. I mean, what would be like fake fruit or not like the real natural stuff? What would that be called?
Fake fruit. If it's not natural.
Do they have fake fruits out there? I thought he said it was processed. And
some people have preservatives in it.
Okay, well, that's what he was saying. Yeah. So what is this like?
So it's all natural fruit and vegetables. So it's all natural frozen fruit, and then we use all natural vegetables. So that's kind of what you get from the juice. So we don't have any preservatives, no additives, no sugar. Store doesn't even have a microwave. I don't have ice in the store. Yeah. So if you come in to get a smoothie, you're going to get frozen fruit. You're going to get some coconut milk, almond milk, or apple juice. And then you're going to get spinach, kale, or you may get one of the superfoods. So what
are the superfoods?
So some of the superfoods may be goji berries, which is good for endurance. Got a little spirulina, which was in the doc smoothie, which I said earlier was my favorite smoothie and the first one I ever got at the juice bar. You got like hemp seeds, probiotics, chia seeds, flax seeds oil, and all these different superfoods feed some part of your body, which are good and healthy for individuals that come into the store. On the juice side, so the difference between juices and smoothies.
Oh, that's a good question. Let me ask you this. What are the difference between juices and smoothies? Okay. I should ask that question.
Okay. So juices is when we juice, you actually taking the fiber out of the food.
Okay.
But the juice is going straight to your organs that need it, and so your stomach doesn't have to break it down.
Oh,
so juicing is good to give your stomach a rest for having to break down food. So it's a good alternative. So, and we have different juice cleanses. You can do a 1-day cleanse, 2-day cleanse, 3-day cleanse.
I tried one yesterday, and it was my willpower. But it wasn't. It was normally my cheat day, but I did get through all of them, and I was fine. But man, I saw a Sir Pizza commercial. And I went over there and I felt so bad because I got through everything and then I gave in at the last minute. But I got to get my willpower back. But I got right back on track today. I got in there, I got my ginger greens, and I'm back to feeling great. Now, the one thing I will say is you can tell a huge difference I just feel like I can drink one of those drinks and I feel like I'm immediately healthy.
Yep.
My energy feels different. It's just, some people line up to go to Starbucks. I come in here. This is my daily Starbucks. Is there anything else that you could say about the great benefits of? I'm not talking about the smoothies as much as like the juice, just getting these natural.
So the natural juice is good. For instance, the we got the beet. A lot of people say that, hey, I don't like beets, but beets are good liver cleanse. So we got the beet juice that you come in every morning and the grab and go, and it's got carrots, apple, a little ginger. And beets.
So if you're following, if you're trying to get healthy and you've got high cholesterol, he's told me like beets. You can put what would be one of your drinks?
So I would stick with like the fresh greens. One of the ones that you probably haven't tried are fresh greens. Next time you come in, I'm gonna give you a fresh greens with a little jalapeno in there.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if I'm on a ginger green, what is that helping me do?
Ginger is good for digestion.
Okay.
And then you're getting spinach, kale, cucumber, parsley, and lemon. And so you get more than 5 cups of good green vegetables every day.
Okay, well, let's rewind to 5 years ago where I was only probably getting processed food. Maybe going to Subway, going to get pizza, going to Toots, going to these places where my diet consisted of nothing green. And over time, what happens to people that don't get real fruits and vegetables?
They start getting sluggish. Some get a little heavy around the midsection.
They get fat. They get unhealthy. You lead to high blood sugar. You lead to high cholesterol.
High blood pressure.
All these, so everybody out there, this is the easiest way, and I hate to sound like I'm the salesman over there, but damn, this is so easy just to walk in there, and this is going to make you healthier. You're eating fruits and vegetables. So, sorry about going on my little rant there, Anthony. But is there anything else that you would like to add about the benefits of coming to the juice bar?
I think, one of the things that I think is more important in the juice bar is you can come to the juice bar and relax and have a good time. We have music playing. We have free Wi-Fi where you just can kind of come and disengage from what's going on in the outside world and come into a relaxing atmosphere where the team is going to make you feel as comfortable as we can and make you feel like you're at home.
I see all those chairs. You've even got a little outdoor area where you sit and talk to people. So you're wanting people to come in there kind of like at Starbucks? Are you wanting to do that to where they come in there and...
Well, I don't want to be like Starbucks. I want to be like the juice bar. I want to be like Juice Bar Murfreesboro. I want it to be an inviting environment to where You're greeted when you come in. It's just not a, hey, welcome to the juice bar. I want you to come, hey, welcome to the juice bar. Thanks for coming in today. How you feeling? What's going on? Tell me. I mean, I want to know about you. I'm very want to engage with the customer, know what's going on in their life, and share. You know, what are they trying to accomplish? I mean, some people come in and first thing they say, hey, I want to lose weight. It's not about losing weight when you go into coming in and drinking juice. It's about feeling good,
That's right.
feeling healthy. And you lose a couple of pounds during the process. But what happens when you come into the juice bar, it really changes your taste profile. You don't yearn for that pizza that you always want to kind of get. You don't yearn for the potato chips. Your palate and your senses are all enhanced when you go on a juice cleanse. You start feeling good, your energy level is up. So you did one day. If you did 3 days, you'd be Tuesday, you'd be jumping up and down more.
I'm jumping up and down right now. Right now I am. But see, I come in there 6 days a week. Actually, I'm drinking something 7 days a week because I've got extra juice. So the one thing I like to do, and I'm going to ask you this on here, is I like to have little activation events where I bring my customers, close advocates, and we just kind of, usually it's at like a local watering hole. We have waters, 7-Ups, things like that. But can people come there and do like a little interior, like an event where maybe I bring 15 people in there and we just kind of hang out? Is that something
yeah, definitely. You can come in, hang out, get some juice.
I'm gonna do that.
People come in and have little meetings, come have little powwow sessions.
Yeah, I want to do. So you're inviting that kind of little atmosphere.
Just come in, have a little powwow session, have fun, fraternize, whatever you want to do. I mean, I want it to be a place where people want to come to, engage with their friends, engage with the team, and just kind of enjoy it.
Okay. Well, we're going to wrap this up, but I do want to add this. First off, I want to thank you, Anthony, for coming on here. And I think the one thing that stands out, I keep going back to this, but man, you have such a genuine interest in people. And it's such an attractive quality. So many people are drawn to you. And I hope people get to watch this show and get a unique opportunity to meet him. And obviously when you go in there, he's going to come out, he's going to talk to you, he's going to ask you questions. And I promise you, I've never gone in there where he was trying to get away from me. I mean, I think the guy would sit there and talk to me all day if I would, but I'm usually in and out. But I appreciate the juice bar. I really appreciate this opportunity to go in there and be able to get things that are going to help me make me healthier. But I really appreciate you, and it's amazing to me. How long have you been over there?
3 months almost.
3 months. I'm amazed at how many people already know who you are, because you're not a Murfreesboro person. Right. You've become a Murfreesboro person in 3 months. It's amazing to me how you're building this little cult-like following over there. It's a movement. I'm trying to create my own movement of Good Time Tommy, and I want people that I'm engaged with. Right. So I just wanted to thank you for what you're doing, and it's something that I'm going to steal from you, how you're engaged with people, how you make people feel, because people are going to come back because of the product, but they're really going to come back because of Anthony Anderson. So Anthony, thank you for coming on here. Would you like to lead us with anything?
I just want to say thank you for having me on today. Thank you to the great people of Murfreesboro. I mean, felt like I'm at home. I mean, people come into the store, and I mean, it's just a great, loving community, and I really have been enjoying it.
Well, good deal, man. Hey, let's all get healthy. Juice Bar, I love Juice Bar, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Go in there and look for our buddy Anthony. And what are your hours?
Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday, 8 to 4 p.m.
Sunday. We got to get that Sunday open. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great day.